Fort O'Brien, ESPN Evansville 105.3, online, ESPNEvansville.com. Joined in studio by a real-life Harlem Globetrotter, Jimmy.
He tall, man.
He is
tall.
tall.
I told him when he come in, I sit down so I feel normal. I can stand up. He can sit down. We're about head to head.
He's still way higher than you are.
Yeah, I can see him eye to eye if I stand these sets. That's about the only way I can get there, man.
Zeus McClurkin, player for the Harlem Globetrotters. They'll be in Evansville in the Ford Center on Sunday, 3 o'clock. The Washington Generals Revenge Tour stopping here in Evansville. Tickets are still available at Ticketmaster.com, Ford Center box office, and online through HarlemGlobetrotters.com. Zeus, thanks for the time. I was looking at your bio on the website, and a couple of things stood out to me, and I'll start with this one first. Here you are, a guy playing on one of the most recognized basketball teams in the world, a very famous basketball team, yet you got cut from every team you tried out for between 7th and 10th grade. How does that work out?
Beautifully.
I guess it turned out okay, didn't it?
It works out great. Yeah, Ryan, as you said, I had a bit of a struggle coming up. I got cut in 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, and 10th grade. And then finally, summer of 10th grade, I drank milk for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I grew 5 inches. So the coach finally noticed me, I guess. But during that time, I was kind of honing in on my Globetrotter skills, not even really knowing it. I would see kids playing basketball. They wouldn't pick me on the team, so I would be over there just playing around, fooling around with the basketball. That's where I learned how to spin the ball on my finger, go around the world, and, just kind of do a lot of little ancillary things. But I ended up playing in college at North Carolina A&T State University. I got pretty lucky. I got on SportsCenter Top 10 on our very last day that we were on ESPN. I said, I'm getting on ESPN, man, on SportsCenter. I'm either getting dunked on or I'm dunking on somebody. And I got on there. An agent saw it, and he called me after I graduated college, and I ended up overseas playing in Paraguay, South America. Then I went on to play against the Harlem Globetrotters for the Washington Generals.
Oh, so you're a former general,
Yes,
huh?
I'm a former general, and I guess the Globetrotters got tired of me dunking on them, and they went ahead and signed me over to them.
So that's how it works, then. If the Generals get some solid people, then the Trotters steal them. That's how you always win.
I get necessarily a steal. You just got to recognize,
Sure.
game.
I get it. That little free agency work in the 2-team league there. I see how it's working now.
And I'll tell you, too, another thing that stood out to me in reading your biography is the fact that you managed to play this sport, which is obviously a lot of physical exertion, but you play with exercise-induced asthma.
Yes.
How do you manage that?
Yes, and I really didn't even know that I had exercise-induced bronchial spasms growing up. I just thought my coaches liked yelling at me because I couldn't keep up with everybody else. But, I fought through that and fought through adversity. It's really been my testimony to kids everywhere to, that you can push through it and you can become whatever you want to be. A lot of people say that to you sometimes, but they don't even really believe it themselves. So I'm a testimony to kids that, I did fight for it. And a lot of my naysayers, even to this day, now they're all on my team. But even to this day, I appreciate them because they made me the man that I am.
So do you keep an inhaler with you, like on the bench? Have you ever had an incident where you needed it midway through a game?
No, it hasn't happened yet because I pushed through it so much as a kid. I've learned where my limits are, and I'm pretty efficient at that.
Talking to Zeus McClurkin, he's a Harlem Globetrotter. They'll be inside the Ford Center, the Washington Generals Revenge Tour, stopping there on Sunday at 3 o'clock. It's Ford and O'Brien, ESPN Evansville 105.3. And online, ESPNEvansville.com. Now, the Washington Generals obviously have a long history of not doing well against you guys, yet they come out night in and night out. And they're, to them, they're looking to win this game. And they don't do it very often, but my understanding is they did recently, didn't they?
Yeah. The Washington Generals, as you said, this is the 2015 Washington Generals Revenge Tour. I guess they've revamped their team. We haven't played them in the last 5 years. And they're coming back with a vengeance. They haven't beat us since 1971, but I wasn't born, so it wasn't my fault. So you got to take that up with Curly Neal and Meadowlark Lemon and see what happened then. But on my watch, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Those are some names. And, I'm 50 years old, so I'm not young. I'm not old either. Don't go there. But I'm not young. But, the Globetrotters were around when I was a kid, man. And that's an awesome experience for a kid. That's what it's all about. When you guys go on the court, we're going to play basketball, and, yes, we want to win. But let's face it, the game plan, you don't really have to concentrate hard on when you're playing the same team night in and night out. You kind of know the game plan. But it's all about the kids. And you guys put on just an unbelievably show. Back to the Curly Neal, Meadowlark Lemon days, and all the way through. Tell us a little bit about the training that goes into, because obviously it's entertainment, and there's a lot of stuff that has to work right. And you guys really have to work together as a team on a whole different level with this basketball team.
Absolutely, Jim. You said a lot there. We've been around since 1926. This is our 89th consecutive year, and it's a wonderful thing. Playing for such a historic team. Our reputation kind of precedes us before we even get into a room. We were over at St. Mary's Hospital today, trying to put some smiles on some kids' faces. And, as soon as we walk in there, their faces just light up. They see the ball, they see the spinning, and they see the colors, the red, white, and blue of the Harlem Globetrotters. And, instantly we make their day better. So, that's one of my favorite parts about this job. And not just that, but being a part of this history, I've been cemented now in history. The Harlem Globetrotters were actually inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2009. So I walk around and tell everybody, well, yeah, I'm a Hall of Famer. But as far as training goes, every day that we play a game, we're training. We have over 310 games.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Where do you find time to practice?
Yeah, in 250 cities. Well, here's how we do it. Before the game, we get to the gym about 2 hours before, and we go through what our game plan is for this specific day, and maybe hone in on some of our tricks and our half-court shots, and we plan for that. And then in the summer, we have a 2-week training camp in Long Island, New York, where we also go through with the veterans who are vital to us. They teach us brand new tricks and brand new tricks of the trade, basically. Yeah.
Now, how does somebody go about, because obviously you guys don't play forever. Mm-hmm. I know you'd love to. I mean, I guarantee that's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Just going out and doing that night in and night out. How does somebody, and how did you go about becoming part of the Globetrotter? Do they come to you, or do they hold open tryouts, things like that at any time?
Absolutely. They have a tryout every year. Besides that, they have scouts that go out, just like any professional team. And, they see who has the ability to be a Globetrotter. We're not like any other athlete. Athleticism alone won't get you there. You have to have a great personality. You have to be able to give some jokes and take them at the same time.
Great personalities like Ryan.
Great personality.
Not much on looks, but a good personality.
Most importantly, you have to have the look. And so I can't prove it to our listeners right now because we're on radio.
Oh, I'll tell them you pretty, man. You got the look, yeah. You passed that test. Yeah, I'll tell them. They trust me. I'll tell them.
That's it. But, part of this Washington Generals Revenge Tour that, again, stops by the Ford Center on Sunday at 3 o'clock. We're talking to Zeus McClurkin from the Harlem Globetrotters on Ford and O'Brien, ESPN Evansville 105.3. A really cool part about this whole thing. Tell us about this Hometown Heroes initiative that is part of this tour every stop that you make.
Yes. In our 310 games that we're playing, we're going to be honoring a member of our nation's military, which this is something that's very special to us.
Yeah, that's cool.
Not only that, we're also going to be playing a portion of the game with a camouflage basketball around the third quarter. But you guys can log online at harlemglobetrotters.com, not just buy tickets, but you can also nominate a hometown hero right here in Evansville, and we will honor them during the third quarter or sometime during the game. At the James Ford Center at 3 o'clock.
Hey, we'll take that.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah,
if there's a check that comes with it, I'm sure you take it in a heartbeat.
Maybe we can work that out. I got to get a hold of people over there, man. I've been missing some royalties.
Well, no doubt. It'll no doubt be an excellent experience for everybody. The whole family can enjoy this. You know what you get with the Harlem Globetrotters. Zeus McClurkin joining us here in studio. Thanks for the time. Best of luck to you. We appreciate you stopping by, and we look forward to the game on Sunday.
Thanks for having me, guys. Nice meeting you.